You from my base camp here at the Columbus Zoo, and welcome to Wild Countdown. Boy, she's camouflage good or something. Hold it, there she is. People ask me all the time how I find all those incredible animals. Today I'm going to show you.
There it is.
It's hidden right behind the mall. I couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Sometimes I take gear, or good old-fashioned know-how.
You hear that chirp? That was the otter.
Sounds like a bird.
It sounds like a bird chirp, yeah.
And a little luck always helps.
They're along that line there.
Yeah, I think I hear very lightly. And later, my blooper of the week. Did you play that? Did you make him do that? So follow me for 6 stories from the Safari Trail. How'd I do? Pretty good? Very good. And plus, how do you lose an elephant? We tried to leave our tents. Now you can go to dinner. We couldn't get to dinner. The lines were everywhere. God dang. Help! No, right there. Holy mackerel! Just like my life is devoted to the animal world, Nationwide is devoted to their members, protecting what's important at every stage of their lives. That's why Nationwide and I have been partners for over 30 years. Learn more about Nationwide at nationwide.com. You know, you wouldn't think it would be hard to spot a 13-foot tall animal, but guess what? When I went out to track an African elephant, I found out the world's largest land mammal can also be one of the most elusive. The elephant camp in Zimbabwe is not only a luxury lodge, but also a sanctuary for rescued and orphaned elephants. During my stay, a rehabilitated female was being prepared for release, and wildlife manager Roger Perry let me help out.
Jack, this is the satellite collar that we're going to put onto Mercedes.
Good. Right. Let me see something here.
Quite heavy.
Holy mackerel. That was a big elephant.
What goes onto that as well, to keep this on the top of the neck, we've got this heavy weight at the bottom.
No, wait a minute. This thing goes on the neck too?
That goes on there too.
Golly. How much that
Pretty
weigh?
heavy.
25 pounds.
At least, yeah.
An African elephant can weigh up to 14,000 pounds, and it can carry twice its weight. It wouldn't even notice an extra 25 pounds. So what you're going to do is monitor her in this fenced area, and if she does well, you may take her to a national park.
That's the plan, yeah. If you want to grab that, this is the tracking device. I'll just take that so we can test it once it's on.
Oh, wow. Is that her coming here?
Yeah, there she comes.
Radio collars are used to monitor animal movements in the wild. They allow researchers to gather data about migration patterns and territory preferences from a safe distance. Collaring an elephant requires great expertise and lots of manpower. This ain't no 2-man job. This is like a 5-man job.
Okay, push.
There we go, now.
Okay. Great, Jack, thanks very much.
Good job.
Good.
It was my chance to prove I was better at tracking than collaring. Oh, getting stronger.
Yeah.
Elephants walk about twice as fast as humans. Roger and I were keeping up, or so I thought. Right here. She's behind these trees or down that ridge there. I strained my eyes, but no Ellie. Boy, she's camouflage good or something, because I sworn she'd be out here somewhere. Hold it, there she is! All our hard work had paid off. We finally caught up with her. How'd I do? Pretty good?
Very good.
Plus, how do you lose an elephant?
It's amazing how they blend into the bush, actually. Gosh, you know, with them moving through that bush there, you can hardly see them.
I just going to tell you, the camouflage is incredible. I can't even see her right now. Now, are these all orphans here we're looking at?
They're all orphans.
That's amazing. So your folks do a great job here. Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
No, thanks for your help,
I will stay in touch
Jack.
with you with Ellie. We've just seen how to track one of nature's largest animals. Next, what happens when you try to keep up with one of the fastest? Traveling around the world, I've seen almost every kind of canine that can wag a tail. That's why I came to the Painted Dog Conservation Center in Zimbabwe, to see a rare species that may look like man's best friend, but is actually a genuine wild African dog, also known as the painted dog.
Control, girlfriend.
Research director Greg Rasmussen led us on a trek to find a pack he'd recently released. We soon discovered it's a lot harder to see these dogs than any domesticated breed.
You can go ahead for control.
Greg, did you find one?
Hi, Jack. Well, we've got a signal. They're pretty far away and some very thick stuff over there. There's only a slight fly in the ointment. They've gone into a high security zone from the airport. So. Right, they're along that line there.
Yeah, I think I hear very lightly.
Greg's trusty antenna tracked the dog's radio collars and brought us to within a few feet of them, but we couldn't take a single step closer.
What do you think?
It may transpire that they're just a little bit too deep in.
A hidden security barrier stopped us dead in our tracks.
Okay, Jack. I think we're beat. Looks like they're too far in.
Well, that was a tough break. And eventually, though, I did get to see the painted dogs back at the Conservation Center.
Well, this is nice up here.
Welcome to the next stage of the tour. You're now about to walk into one of the largest dog conservation enclosures in the world. So this clinic also doubles up. This is our dog dating agency.
I learned that being a good conservationist sometimes means being a good matchmaker as well.
When we get individuals from the wild and we need to form a new pack before we release them, we need to form a bonding.
Just like in humans.
Yeah. In painted dog, just like in humans, guys have got to admit it, the girls choose, you see. The girls choose who they like. So we put the female dog in the middle and we put two males either side, and she shows us, and she starts getting all excited on one side of the fence, and we go, okay, so you like him. So when we know that she's got the right dog, then we bond her with him, and then we introduce the others around.
Being so endangered, these canines need all the help they can get.
How many are left in the world?
We estimate that we know of 3,000 to 5,000 dogs in the wild, and that's all we know.
And how many do you think there were 100 years ago?
500,000 to 1 million, 100 years
That's
ago.
drastic. I'm just fascinated so much by everything that you've told us.
Greg's mission may seem impossible, but his operation offers hope that the wild dog can be saved and once again flourish in the wild. Coming up,
Here's a man jumping out of his car in front of the rhino. That's stupid.
plus the blooper of the week, next on Wild Countdown.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wild Countdown. I'm Jack Hanna here at my base camp, the Columbus Zoo. Today, I'm hot on the trail of some of my greatest animal tracking challenges. Boy, she's camouflaged good or something.
Looking for elephants
Hold it, there she is.
and African wild dogs.
All right, they're along that line there.
Next on the countdown, the trail goes ice cold in a place so remote, I had to get there by seaplane. When you see what I found in that frozen landscape, it'll warm your heart.
The breathtaking view of Port Arthur off the Gulf of Alaska was just the beginning of this Arctic adventure. The reason I came all this way was to find a little animal that had come back from the verge of extinction, the sea otter.
This where the otters are?
That's where the otters are.
All right.
Piloting our boat was University of Alaska's professor and researcher Brendan Kelly.
Brendan?
Hi, Jack.
Jack Hanna.
Glad to meet you.
Wow. Got some otters?
We got lots.
Let's go.
All right.
Come a long way.
Shove us off, Steph.
Brendan relies on tools like this antenna to track the otters fitted with transmitters.
You hear that chirp? That was the otter.
Sounds like a bird.
It sounds like a bird chirp, yeah. Right now we're getting a signal
Over that way?
off from our left.
Well, let's go see if we can find him.
Well, that's a good idea.
It didn't take long to spot a couple of otters in a nearby kelp bed, soaking up the last bit of the summer weather.
Well, there's one right there.
Yeah.
Lee.
It's like a good-sized male again.
Not long ago, we'd be staring at an empty patch of seaweed. The otter's thick, beautiful fur was so highly sought by hunters, they virtually wiped them out. In the 1960s, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service stepped in and placed 400 otters in southeast Alaska. At the time of my visit, they multiplied to over 10,000. Brendan is happy to see their comeback. His work tracks the population and measures their impact on the seabed. It didn't take long to lock onto the signal of a healthy male named Silver in a kelp bed. To keep tabs on him, Brendan and his assistant, Stephanie, lowered a hydrophone to pinpoint his location.
0752? So that was the last time he dove.
As we headed back, I couldn't help notice all the otters lounging among the sea kelp, as relaxed as kids in a pool.
Yeah, it's a favorite place for them to rest. They'll often roll up in the blades of the kelp, kind of hold them and anchors them at sea.
Sea otters aren't the biggest Alaskan species, but given the chance, they thrive.
Thanks a lot. Take care of the otters. You know, I never know exactly what to expect when I'm out tracking wildlife. But this next expedition really took me by surprise. I was looking for a rhinoceros, and I ended up finding, well, have a look.
I began my search in central Kenya at Lake Nakuru National Park. My guides promised that before the day was through, we would find white rhinos.
These animals we can get about how close?
Depends on the cover.
Cover.
The bush cover around. If they are in the open, then we a little bit have to be about 50 meters away.
I got a lot of cover. See, here's my cover right here.
It's okay.
See there?
Yeah.
Camouflage. You know, like this? I still. Okay.
Before long, we found signs that we were definitely in rhino country.
Wow. What happened here?
These are signs that a black rhino was feeding on this tree.
Even though black and white rhinos are both vegetarians, they're still potentially dangerous to trespassers in their territory. By staying downwind of the white rhinos, we were able to get close enough to see a mother and her young calf.
There it
Right.
is.
It's hidden right behind the mama. I couldn't even see it.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Yeah, that is one.
Look at the size of that
Oh,
horn.
he's getting excited.
I hope the mother rhino hadn't noticed the tourists who were silly enough to leave their car.
This is everybody what you're not supposed to do. In other words, I have 6 rangers with me. Here's a man jumping out of his car, posing like this in front of the rhino. That's stupid.
If the rangers hadn't spotted them, the tourists might have been seriously injured.
We'll arrest them and we'll let them know that that is an offense.
See, right now you can see the ranger now. The ranger now is seeing what's happening right now.
Tracking wild animals is no joke, especially around a defensive mother rhinoceros. She could have charged at 30 miles an hour, giving the park visitors no chance of escape. Coming up,
Just let them go very gently together.
plus the blooper of the week, next on Wild Countdown.
Hi everyone, I'm Jack Hanna, and welcome back to Wild Countdown. In their natural habitat, animals can be nearly impossible to find, but I always manage to track them down somehow.
In the icy waters of Alaska.
Right now we're getting a signal
Over that way?
off from our left.
Well, let's go see if we can find him.
And under the blazing sun in Kenya.
It's hidden right behind the mom. I couldn't even see it. And now walking safaris through the giant trees of Australia. If you know your marsupials, you can guess which animal I was looking for. Guess what? It's like a giant teddy bear. Wake up.
Covering over 1,000 square miles, the vast Pilliga Forest in New South Wales, Australia, is home to an array of wildlife. None are more famous than the increasingly threatened koala. I visited Pilliga to meet a team from the Australian Koala Foundation, a group that works to preserve koalas and their habitat. Led by Steve Phillips, the researchers set out to track a female koala they had equipped with a radio collar.
So how many koalas are you studying out here now?
There's about 30, 34 that we've sampled to date. 30 of those had radio collars put on them, and what we're doing now is catching them again, taking those collars back off them, and taking some small blood samples to see whether or not their health has changed.
Even with the help of radio collars, tracking the koalas was a major team effort. Koalas spend nearly their whole lives in trees, and they've adapted to become excellent at hiding. Without the help of the trekking party, I doubt I would have ever spotted them.
As you can see, there's a koala right up here in the bend of the tree, in the green bush of the tree there. It's amazing how these guys find these koalas because they're hidden so well. It's incredible.
So what we've got to do is now be very quiet, very respectful, and just try and encourage it to come down the tree.
Biologist Graham Roy needed professional climbing gear to scale the enormous tree.
And I can attach myself to the bough of the tree or the, so if I slip and fall, I'll only go so far.
You're just going to sit there with your back against the tree, aren't you?
Just when we thought the koala wasn't going to budge, Steve saw she had a baby called a Joy on her back. This might have been why she was so determined to remain in the safety of the leaves. When she eventually headed for the ground, our team was ready.
So how's the mother doing?
She's fine. She's not vocalising, which is a good sign. She's not bleeding, and we don't think she urinated, so it was a pretty stress-free capture, I hope.
And the baby's back here, right?
Yeah, Tim has the baby.
Let me see how the baby's doing. I'll see you at the hospital.
All right, then.
At the field hospital, we ran tests on the koala's vital signs.
She looks pretty good so far.
The team checked the koala's temperature, heart rate, and the condition of her teeth.
Pulse is strong.
After I weighed the baby, we returned both koalas to the tree where we'd found them.
Just let them go very gently together. Here they go.
As the koala's natural habitat in Australia dwindles, it was thrilling to be a part of the effort to protect the fascinating marsupials.
Boy, thank you. That was something.
No, you're welcome,
Thank
Jack.
you.
Thank you.
No
That
problem.
was something else. To see a koala released in a while.
Yeah, it's one of the best parts, the release.
Coming up, can you imagine no weapons out in this land with predators everywhere?
Plus the blooper of the week, next on Wild Countdown.
Just like my life is devoted to the animal world, Nationwide is devoted to their members, protecting what's important at every stage of their lives. That's why Nationwide and I have been partners for over 30 years. Learn more about Nationwide at nationwide.com. Welcome back, everyone, to Wild Countdown. I'm Jack Hanna, searching for animals in the wild. As you can see here, this one's asleep. I don't have to search too far. You know, I sometimes lose track. But let's look back at where we've been so far.
Number 6, collaring a female African elephant. 5, searching for elusive wild dogs. 4, sailing with sea otters in the Gulf of Alaska. 3, tracking rhinos on foot in Kenya. And 2, spotting koalas in their tree and coaxing them down.
What happens when one of the world's great hunters is in trouble? In the last 50 years, the lion population has fallen more than 60%. And to find a solution, conservationists are tracking the problem in new and creative ways.
In the East African nation of Kenya, there's drama afoot on the Laikipia Plateau and in the sky above. Some of Africa's most iconic predators, the lions, are losing the battle of survival. Often they are poisoned by farmers trying to protect livestock from the powerful hunters. The first step to protecting the big cats is to understand the size of their range. At the Impala Research Center, Dr. Lawrence Frank has been studying East Africa's lion population by collaring some individuals with transmitters and tracking their movement from the air.
We go up a couple of times a week with a receiver scanning all the frequencies, all the callers that I'm looking for that day. The plane has an antenna on either wing. I sit in the passenger seat with a switching box, and when we get a signal from an animal, I can switch back and forth between the right and left antenna. Whichever side is loudest, that's the side the lion is on, and that way we just move in and get an exact location from the air.
Once Dr. Frank returns to Earth, he analyzes his findings and uses the data to design management strategies to keep lions and farmers out of each other's way. Local people have been finding their own strategies for living alongside lions since ancient times. The Turkana woman I met had the simplest solution of all.
She has this stick here for walking, but also to kill the snakes, that type of thing, or any other animal that might approach her. Can you imagine? No gun, no weapons, out in this land with predators everywhere. I wouldn't walk 2 feet without somebody helping me. Can you imagine just walking out there in the middle of nowhere with all these wild animals? Bye-bye! When you're out in the field following wildlife, there are countless dangers. To stay safe, my golden rule is always watch where you step.
Working with the community.
Back at the elephant camp, we were discussing ways to involve local villagers in elephant conservation. But this big pachyderm seemed to have a more urgent need.
They're not afraid of it, because when you see some big thing like it coming from this hill village, you know, and leaving something like that, that's a concern.
You know what happens in so many cases?
No.
Although it's difficult to believe. So many young people who live in...
Well, when nature calls, nature calls.
No respect. Well, we reached the end of the trail for today, but the adventure isn't over yet, not by a long shot. You can keep tracking your favorite wild animals at wildcountdown.com and our Facebook page, Wild Countdown TV. From the Columbus Zoo, I'm Jack Hanna, reminding you that every creature counts, especially my buddy Spot here.
Promotional consideration provided by Nationwide and the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium.